Graham Potter has been sacked as Chelsea manager in what was a frantic and incredible turn of events yesterday. On Sunday morning, the line coming out of Chelsea Football Club, the line that me and many other great journalists who I respect massively reported, was that he would be in charge for Liverpool. Now, of course, that's not the case, as we understand now. He has left the club, but even the players themselves were briefed that he would be in charge for the Liverpool game, and that's why they were so shocked to find out about his sacking via the club statement on Twitter. So what changed for Graham Potter in such a short space of time? What actually happened? Well, as I said, Chelsea's line was that he was going to be in charge for the Liverpool game, a line that many people, including myself, had reported on the Sunday morning. However, the pressure was massively on Potter after a defeat to Aston Villa at home that seen the club drop into the bottom half of the table, a position that nobody would have predicted Chelsea Football Club to be in come the start of the season. And the idea, the dream that Bowley and co have of one man leading them for 20 years into this new project faded rapidly and started to become a nightmare, especially at full time when the fans booed the team off the park, when there was vitriol and anger that took the ownership by surprise, and ownership who are used to American sports, when this kind of thing doesn't happen. The tribalism that's in football isn't present in the American sports, and they can get away with defeats or draws here and there, which you don't get in the Premier League, and you certainly don't get at Chelsea. Players also had major concerns that they voiced at full time, some vocally towards Potter, it's understood, not in an aggressive or horrible manner, but concerns about some of the tactical decisions and substitutions, some done it via their agents or through second-hand parties to voice their worries about the trajectory of the team and where it was going. And another problem that came Potter's way was the fact that the club really believe they can win the Champions League, and on current form, would this Chelsea team have got past Ancelotti and Real Madrid? Well, that felt very unlikely for the board at the time, and that was another reason to get rid of Potter when they did. And last night, that finally happened. And now that Potter's gone, Chelsea need to replace him. They need to replace him with somebody who is capable of navigating them through the Champions League. Nagelsmann is the key target, as reported yesterday by us and by myself. He was alerted and aware, his team were aware of the situation at Chelsea, which said to us that he'd already had a little nudge that perhaps they were going to come in his direction. They have now made contact with the German who lost his job to former Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel at Bayern Munich. Chelsea will have to negotiate a fee with Bayern Munich because Nagelsmann's technically on garden leave, so it stops Bayern Munich having to pay out a massive fee to sack him, and a club can come in and negotiate a fee with them. Good business sense, really, and the same kind of thing that Potter will be on right now. And Christopher Favell is the man who will push this through. The new technical director at Chelsea worked with Nagelsmann at RB Leipzig and has a great working relationship with him and is pushing his name to the front of the queue, and Chelsea will make that happen if they can. The doubt is whether Nagelsmann will come to Chelsea. He's been asking a lot of questions about the club. He's been asking people what their experience has been, and perhaps the frantic nature of Chelsea at the moment could be a little bit off-putting. However, this is a manager who has stated he wants to work for an elite club in the Premier League, and despite Chelsea being in the bottom half of the table, they are an elite club in the Premier League. Not only that, they're also in the Champions League and could face Bayern Munich, and you can already see the headlines as Tuchel's Bayern face Nagelsmann's Chelsea. That would just be remarkable. But if they don't get Nagelsmann, if they do miss out on the German, then Ruben Amaran at Sporting Lisbon is one to watch. As stated previously on previous videos and previous reports I've done, he was spoken to by Chelsea before they went for Potter, and they were highly impressed with him. No wonder. What a manager, what a season he's having. Sporting Lisbon are flying in the Portuguese League. They're heading back into the Champions League under Amaran, and they also papped the Premier League leaders Arsenal out of the Europa League recently and could be on their way to winning a European trophy under the manager. The young manager is highly spoken about, highly thought of within the game, and is seen as a future elite manager and on his way to that. So Chelsea, if they want him, might have to get him now. Tottenham have also looked at him, but I understand that might be a little bit more difficult at this time for Spurs. But Chelsea are in a position now where they have the opportunity to appoint one of the best young managers in the world. They could go for Nagelsmann, they could go for Amaran. I mean, listen, there's some talk of Jose Mourinho coming back. I think that's highly unlikely at this stage. You never know with this Chelsea ownership. Mad things happen, right? But I think Jose Mourinho will stay at Roma for now. There'll be no return of the special one yet. But Chelsea have the opportunity to go and get a man who can help them move into the next generation of Chelsea Football Club. That's what they're looking for. Is Nagelsmann that man? Probably, to be honest. And he will be the one that they push for. It may be Amaran, though, if not. Chelsea have spent a lot of money. They've signed a lot of good players. The likes of Enzo Fernandez, Mikhailo Mudryk, Madueke, etc., all at the football club. But there's been no real identity and it's been lost. And Chelsea need a man who can come in and give that team a structure, identity and a play style that allows them to get the best out of all the players they've brought in. Nearly £600 million worth of players that they've brought in this season. It's bonkers how much money has been spent at Chelsea Football Club. Bonkers. So the success needs to start to follow. Otherwise they could find themselves in real problems quite soon. We do know that Chelsea are now actively seeking to replace Graham Potter, and they would want someone in post fast, potentially in time for the Champions League. And that could happen if Nagelsmann's ready to go now. They could wait to the end of the season and give him the job and let the interims take control until then. But that's less likely because, as we said, the Chelsea board do want to win the Champions League and do believe they can win the Champions League. And listen, we've seen it before with Chelsea, right? They have got this ability to turn it on for the Champions League just when you think they've got no chance of winning it. So you can understand where the confidence and expectation comes from Bowley and co. But Chelsea fans, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. You must be shattered after what has been an unbelievable season. 2 managers down, 1 more to come in. Chelsea Football Club, certainly a very interesting place to be right now. See you in the next one. Cheerio.